Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear brother. The message that he sent to me reads like this. Hello, Brother Nash. How are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? My name is Tinashe, not his real name, and I am living here in Chirezi in my country, Zim. So I am a farmer, and for many years I have been able to grow my farm into something that people around our village here, they do envy. The crops, they are always abundant. The livestock, they are always healthy. Taking them to the livestock auction, I never seem to struggle the ways that others do, whether it rains or if it does not rain. But my success does not come from hard work alone. I owe it to something that is much darker. I have this other Tokoloshe that I keep hidden from the world. I got this Tokoloshe when I used to work in South Africa. So I went to South Africa. The first time that I ever set my feet in South Africa, this was for less than an hour. I got caught and I was deported. I returned back home. Then in 2010, Brother Nashi, when I was back home, when I was facing, let me say, the worst drought that I had ever seen, my farm was on the verge of collapse, and no matter what I did, nothing would grow. I had debts that were piling up, and my family was starving. I felt so desperate. That was when I returned back to South Africa. I said, this time it's do or die. I'm going to try. So when I was there, that was when I met another man who was also from the same area that I come from. He then told me that there was a way to turn our fortunes around. It was far much better to return back home, but at least we needed to return back home with some lucky charms. That is how it all started. He told us that we had to do this and it was going to come at a cost. Desperation made me to listen to this man, even though I knew that everything that he was asking me to do, it was just demonic. For a very long time, it seemed as if this man, he wanted to go and get these Tokoloshes, but he was afraid to do it alone. He was such a coward that he wanted someone to be by his side. So when he saw that I was listening to whatever that he was telling me, he said that he had found a friend in me. Then we went and we got this Tokoloshe. So we went to a very powerful Sangoma. The Sangoma told me that if I wanted to succeed, I needed a Tokoloshe, one that would work for me on the farm, ensuring my crops would grow and my animals would multiply. I had heard stories about these Tokoloshes before, but I had never heard them about working in the fields, like cultivating the crops for you. I never even imagined that I'll ever involved with one. The reason as to why there was this other man, he owned a few taxis. He was from our village. This man, they were saying that he was a ritualist. This man, by the time that he died, one could feel so sorry for him. Like these Tokoloshes of his, they did not even allow him to wear shoes. He would go around not wearing any shoes at all. He would not bath even for months and months. And when he passed away, like in our culture, the coffin is supposed to be brought into the house, but the coffin, they could not make it to go into the house, such that they had to remove the door and the window frame, because somehow the coffin was getting bigger and bigger each and every time. So when I had heard about that man, I told myself that I was going to become a Christian for life. But I guess that those that call themselves Christians, when they are desperate, when you are poor, when you know that your kids are going to bed hungry, that is when you will see that being a Christian, it is just a joke. So we went to that Sangoma, and this Sangoma explained to us that this creature was going to help us to prosper. And if we wanted this creature to work for us in his country, it was okay. But I opted, as well as that man, to return back to our country. In return, I would have to make an annual blood offering, a bull slaughtered in a special ritual. At the time, I didn't think twice. I was desperate, so I agreed. The Sangoma gave me the Tokoloshe, and me and my newfound friend, we returned back to our country. From that day forward, everything changed. My crops, they started flourishing. My cattle, they multiplied, and I was able to pay off my debt. The farm became a success, and I was finally able to provide for my family without ever leaving my country. people in the village, they look at me, and some of them, they do suspect that there is something that is going on because of the way that I quickly turned my life around so quickly. So this Tokoloshe, it comes with strict conditions. Each and every year before the rains come, I have to slaughter a bull and I have to offer its blood to the Tokoloshe in a hidden part of my farm or in the mountains. So I take one amongst my bull with my workers. Then we go with this bull into the mountains, and then we slaughter. My boys, they know everything because I have been giving them some charms. These charms, they make them to act more like zombies, but when you look at them, you just think that they are normal. They can see me performing my rituals, but they won't even tell anyone. The ritual is always supposed to be done in secret. When I am performing my rituals, my friend from the other village, he comes and he assists me away from the eyes of my family and neighbors. When he's performing his ritual, I go with my boys and we assist him. So if I fail to perform this ritual, the Sangoma warned us that the Tokoloshe will turn against me and it will take one amongst my children each and every time that I would fail to offer this blood sacrifice to this Tokoloshe. The other condition that was given to me, I am not allowed to go outside after sunset. Yes, it might sound funny, but each and every day when the sun is going down, I prepare. Even my kids, they know that somehow dad has to be indoors when the sun has gone down. So this Tokoloshe tells me that if I go outside, I will meet up with this Tokoloshe and it won't be able to control itself. It will attack me. It said that I'll be putting myself in danger. At first, this rule did not bother me because I saw myself living in a big mansion, but as the years have been going by, I am more like a prisoner in my own home. It is funny, Brother Nashi, I can't go to any gatherings if these gatherings are going to happen in the evening. If I go to a funeral, people, they know that when it is around 3 or 2 p.m., if I have to travel for a long distance, then I get into my car and I return back home because I have to be indoors during the night. And I can't be someone who is always socializing. There are people that do notice what I am doing, and some of them, they question why I always disappear before dark. Mostly they are my relatives, but you know that when you are the one that is wealthy in the family, people can talk, but those that will be talking, they will come back and they will say that, you see, your brother, you were saying that you are a ritualist. Every blessing that you have, it is straight from God. Then I just go to my bedroom and I take some money and I give that relative so that the person can keep on giving me information. The first years, Brother Nashi, things were going smoothly. The first years when I was performing these rituals, everything was going on smoothly. But now I am getting older. I feel that I do not have the energy that I used to have. There was this other year, a few years ago, during lockdown, I almost could not go through with the ritual. I think that God was working with this bull, because that bull, when we were driving the bull into the mountain, that bull kept on running away from us. I thought about stopping, about letting the farm return to its natural state, but the fear of what the Tokoloshe will do to my children if I do not follow through, it is just too great. I ask myself, because each and every year, like clockwork, I have to offer the blood so that the farm can keep on thriving. I am trapped. This Tokoloshe has given me wealth, but I ask myself, what is going to happen to me if I have an accident before I tell my kids that this is where our money is coming from? Because I need to teach them to know that we have to sacrifice each and every year. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. That was the translation of that message. Yo, strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.